Hi Libra, this is going to be your reading for the end of April. It's good for the Sun, Rising Moon, or Venus sign of Libra. Keep in mind it's a general message. It's not a personal message meant for just one person, so it's not going to resonate with all of you. If the message doesn't apply to you, just leave it behind. It was meant for someone else that needed it more, although I do try to hit it for you, as many of you as possible. So if the message resonates, great. If not, just leave it behind, or maybe only parts of it will resonate. Things can be opposite and in reverse as well. If you're a cross watcher checking in because you have a relationship of some kind with a Libra, you're welcome too. You might have to swap the roles. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me. My email is in the description below and some preliminary pricing. I'm about 5 days, 6 days scheduled out, but I do have openings the middle to the end of next week, you guys. So get into my schedule now. And Libra, if you don't know about my sister channel, you need to get into it over there. It's called Soma Chandra Libra. The link to that channel is in the description below. We hyper focus on relationships. It's Libra Nation over there. I read for Libra on Soma Chandra Libra every 72 hours. Sunday nights, we do a week ahead. I do channeled advice from Spirit. I read for Libra so much it's retarded. It's just ridiculous. But I read for all zodiac signs here. So we'll do it. I did a Celtic cross for you here, and it can apply to any part of your life, okay? But it can apply to love too. So, Libra, moving into the end of April, you guys are kind of meant to go on a pilgrimage. I think that some of you are having quite a spiritual awakening and that it's a time of action, using your intuition and your intuitive abilities to go on this pilgrimage. I think you guys feel like you have a mountain to climb, and I think that you're a little trapped in your head about it with the Eight of Swords here. I think we're sort of feeling like our hands are tied in a situation. Being sort of, I feel like you guys are being hit with a lot of negative thoughts, and I think you feel like you're in a self imposed restriction. You've imprisoned yourself in your own mind about something. You might be feeling like the victim in a situation. It's just a mindset. You thought your way into it, you can think your way out. And what they want you to do, instead of overthinking it to the point where you're like, my hands are tied, I am a prisoner in my own head. I expect to see this for air signs. You guys get swords a lot. They want you to take action. I asked them what Libra's color was. I hadn't done that for the other signs, but they said, use the color deck, Jade. It is time to take action. It's a time to get grounded with nature, and it is time to be active and to take action in a certain part of your life. The Holy Mountain came out for you guys. This is about a pilgrimage, and I see that the Page of Wands is here in the center of it all for you. So I think that you guys do want to explore something that you're passionate about. You might be planning a trip of some kind at the end of April, or you're wanting to discover more and see if there's limitless potential in a situation. You want inspiration, but you need to take action. And this is your gentle nudge. When the Holy Mountain comes out, you are meant to go on a sacred pilgrimage, and it's meant to give you vision and perspective on a situation. Perspective will help you get out of your head about something too. But first, you must accept the present situation as an opportunity to discover a higher understanding. So, right now, you have to accept your present situation and make a commitment to walk with courage, love, and compassion until you see with clarity the perfection of everything around you. You really are on the right path. You just need a different perspective, maybe during a pilgrimage. When the Holy Mountain shows up, it's time to be active. Do not let your doubts deter you and keep you bound, like this guy is bound in his own head. And this is a time to leap over challenges and to remember that from the top of the mountain, there are no obstacles, only beauty and an unobstructed view of the entire earth. Overcome any lethargy, idleness, and laziness, as these are the real obstacles. So you have a mountain to climb towards the end of April and into June. And I know that it's going to be tough because the Ten of Wands is in your hopes and fears, like, I feel like I'm carrying a heavy burden and I feel like I have to do it alone. And I am kind of feeling like the victim. And really, I just want to have fun and play like the Page of Wands and the Three of Cups here does. But you do have to take action. These two cards mirror each other. So overcome the lethargy and any laziness in a situation and don't feel like you're unprepared. You already have all the tools you need. You just have to get climbing. You have to walk your walk and talk your talk when the Holy Mountain comes out. and this jade energy. Let this beautiful green fuel you. I use color therapy for myself and some of my clients, and I find that I really respond to it. When I pull a color card for myself, I would do this, you guys. You can go online and find an emerald green background and make it the screensaver on your phone and write "take action, overcome idleness." And it will, every time you open your phone, and you know you're doing it every 10 minutes, it will help you climb this mountain and take action and be committed. Because once you get to the top, you're going to have an overview of everything. Don't doubt yourself. You can do it. You can make it to the top of the mountain if you just try. Okay. So, yes, you're a little trapped in your head about something. You guys got all uprights. I was like, what? Out of all these cards, Libra got all uprights. I think that's great. What's driving you right now is this Page of Wands. This is about inspiration. Pages explore and study something, and in the upright, they're usually good news. This is inspiration. This is ideas, wanting to discover more. He's the herald of communication. He's king of karaoke. He sees limitless potential in something. You're wanting to be free spirited. Some of you are planning something, or wanting to explore and study a new opportunity in your life that you're really passionate about. It could be a relationship. Sometimes he wants to travel too, and he's not far away from where he's looking either. You guys really want to communicate and discover something that you think will excite you, and you're not wanting to be tied down. You're just in a mode of exploration and study, wanting good news, wanting to receive it, excited. The challenge is the Three of Cups, getting together in the 3D and having fun with friends. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired of quarantinis, right? This is celebration. This is friendship. This is creativity. This is collaboration. This isn't necessarily a challenge. It's just a catalyst to it. So the challenge would be, can you actually get together? This is a group dynamic. Some of you are like openly dating, or you want to get together with friends, you want to do a group project. The challenge is, when are we allowed to get together and do this? Will anybody get sick if we do? Maybe you're talking to a lot of people or someone, but it's like the challenge is getting together, and maybe not like drinking too much when you do it. Or the catalyst to it is it's something that excites you. And this brings a lot of healing and happiness as well. You guys are focused on exciting new things in your life that you want to explore and study and be free spirited and have fun and openly enjoy your friends and your surroundings in a group dynamic. If you are, um, like, as far as romance goes, honestly, I think Libra in this reading, the energy I'm picking up on, Libra's kind of single and keeping their options open, but they are focused on long-term serious commitments and connections in the long run, but that right now you're just exploring and studying something and seeing if you can collaborate in a creative way. What's driving you is the Nine of Pentacles. Yes. What do we say here? If you know the motto, say it with me. The Nine of Pentacles is my spirit animal. Money never hurt me. Self-respect never hurt me. Self-worth never hurt me. Independence never hurt me. I love this chick. This chick is bougie. She likes the finer things in life. She's very propelled by the material, and not in a bad way. What's propelling you guys is what you're saying to yourselves is, I really do want to be independent, and particularly financially independent. I want to be self-sufficient. And more than that, I want abundant luxury. I want to be okay being single. I want to be classy. I want to look good. I want to smell good. I want to be driven to succeed. And I want to earn all nine of my pentacles all by myself. And I want to be able to do this and feel really great about it. This is about having a great life resume. I love that. And it's about, independence and not having to struggle with it. I think that's what's driving you guys. In the past, Eight of Wands, Six of Pentacles. So in the past, leading up to this, I think that, so the Eight of Wands is about movement and fast-paced change and taking action and coming into alignment. I think in the past you did something very quickly and you made some changes really fast, and I'm not quite sure how far back this was. And I think that there was a lot of equal give and take in this situation. You could have had something happen or change very quickly, and it had to do with you being very generous in a situation. This guy is lending somebody money here. This is about giving and receiving, sharing the wealth, generosity, charity, having the scales balance, equal give and take. I think this change happened quickly, and I think it put you in a situation where you had to be kind of philanthropic and generous and giving. But I think that you knew that you couldn't get your scales out of balance, and you were spread a little bit thin, and you could only give so much in the situation. You were charitable in a situation. And I think that this happened quickly. It also could have been possibly someone that you were communicating with. This is Cupid's arrow. This is texting. This is coming into alignment with someone. There was a lot of equal give and take with this person or this situation, and it made you feel good. And now maybe you're excited about it and you want to explore it and study it. It's just any challenge would be actually getting together and clinking your glasses and creatively collaborating emotionally. This is about things happening in the 3D and action and passion, but this is actually where we put our emotions into it. The challenge is doing that. And is it going to threaten your independence or someone else's, Because it can be reversed. Someone else in your life might be really wanting independence and some freedom. And I think you've been trying to balance it out with this person. It doesn't look bad. What's crowning you, this is the advice from your own soul to you. Your highest version of yourself is thinking this. You're giving yourself great advice. King of Cups and Queen of Wands. I love it. You could be connecting with a water sign or a fire sign, but you're not in here. There's no Queen or King of Swords here, but this is you. Your soul is telling you you have to rule your whole kingdom right now with your heart. The King of Cups is often a father. He can be a married man. He can be a very committed person. It can often be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Sometimes he likes to drink. I'm seeing some fun, happiness here with some wine, maybe. And that's exciting. But the King of Cups is very emotionally balanced, and he's very compassionate and he's very diplomatic. He's not moody, he's not manipulative, he has a backbone, he's not all in his feelings, and he holds still. It's Liam Neeson. He's so hot. He looks so good. I want to look like this guy. I want to be this King of Cups. This is the Game of Thrones deck. I have no idea who any of these characters are, you guys. I've never seen the show. I don't watch television. Don't think I'm weird. I just don't. I don't watch TV. But I love him. And this King of Cups he is always a lighthouse. I'm always saying that about the King of Cups. He always says, I'm here when you want me. I'm not going to jump off my throne and chase anyone. I think your soul is saying to you, I have to be really diplomatic in a situation. I have to maintain emotional balance throughout the end of April into May. I'm going to have to be compassionate and loving, but I can't really pour it on because I have a kingdom to run and I have pages and knights and serfs and servants to do this for me. You're going to have to be pretty compassionate and balanced. That's what your soul's telling you to do. He's also very committed as a romantic partner. He's very committed. So here's this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is usually in a red dress, and she's a badass bitch, and she's very fiery. In this deck, she's a little bit more pure. But a Queen of Wands, no one can take their eyes off of her. She sort of demands attention. She has a shadow side, and she knows it. But this is a very determined energy. Also, the social butterfly, also very independent. So I'm seeing 3 cards of independence and the social butterfly here, who is very popular, very courageous. I mean, she has courage and she's confidence. She has a lot of self-respect. She is not at all introverted. She's a hype girl. She looks, this is about really putting yourself out there and keeping your chin high and having a lot of confidence in being an alpha person. What does alpha mean? Alpha means a leader, and we trust a person. It's a person it's the person in the room that we take our social cues from because they're so confident and such a badass, and she sits up so tall and straight. She gets a lot of attention. I'm seeing like this really cool combination here with this Alpha Queen of Wands, but also a very committed King of Cups energy. Your soul is telling you to be both of these things. You're going to have to take the lead. You're going to have to be courageous. You're going to have to be a leader. She's an entrepreneur. She's a hype girl. Like she's the head of marketing in the whole wide world. She's a great friend too. So great at friendship, a great leader, super confident, but your soul is telling you you're going to have moments where you're going to have to take the lead and be very compassionate and diplomatic and balanced. These wouldn't show up if they weren't necessary. Okay, they weren't necessary. I notice they don't take action. And there's exploration and study, but there's not a ton of action. Just don't forget that you do have a mountain to climb. You do need to take action. Sometimes the King of Cups can be a little sedentary. The Queen of Wands is not. She's a busy bee. So she's going to help you take action. And he's going to help you stay diplomatic and compassionate along the way. I think some things will happen kind of quickly for you guys. Your actions are also beautiful. The Star and the High Priestess. These are both cards of healing and spirituality and calm and peace. The High Priestess doesn't show everyone her feelings. She doesn't have all the answers to a situation, and she has to close her eyes and listen to her intuition. The High Priestess is very calm and passive. If she's single in regards to dating, she's very attractive and alluring. She holds very still. It's a very irresistible person because she doesn't show her feelings. It's very much about the unknown, and you're going to need to listen to your intuition and let your subconscious mind and your intuitive abilities come to the forefront to help you make some decisions. I think you're going to be doing a lot of praying. I think you guys are going to be doing some meditation. I think that you guys are a person that people will come to for advice and healing and counsel and kindness. And I think that's why the King of Cups is showing up and the Page of Wands is helping you help others be a hype, be the hype. You're going to be a hype girl, I think, but also calm and peaceful and seeking your own counsel. The High Priestess seeks her own counsel as well. More so the Hermit does that, and the Hermit's here as well. You've got three cards of spirituality. When the Star comes out, Libra, you're a star. You might be getting a lot of attention. The star can be very much on public display. This is renewal. This is hope and faith, feeling positive, feeling motivated, feeling free. But she feels as though she's like wishing on a star. And I think that you guys are going to focus on what's my dream relationship? What's my dream job? What's my dream life? I just have to close my eyes and listen to my intuition and be calm and passive and still. I think some of you are thinking about higher commitment in situations, relationship, and work. But this Queen of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Pentacles kind of get there on their own in a very alpha way. I think you guys are wanting a renewal and a renewal from within. This is very much a purification for me and being guided by the divine. Some of you will very much feel that way at the end of April. If any of you work in the healing arts, your intuition will be heightened. Um, Activity will help heighten intuition, by the way. Like you guys, the more I exercise, the more my readings come out more accurate. It sounds stupid and crazy, but it's true. You have to take action. You can't be lethargic. You have to continue to climb the mountain if you want to balance out all your intuitive abilities and stay grounded as well. What's happening deep within? Three of Pentacles. This is about implementation. This is about teamwork. So I'm seeing two threes here and a free little spirit that wants to creatively collaborate, clink glasses, discover more, get excited about something. I think you guys are going to be talking to a lot of people at the end of April. I think you're going to be building and learning and growing with some people. You might do some collaborations. You might start to think about some collaborations at work or with a hobby or a project you're doing. The Three of Pentacles gets recognized and rewarded for what they bring to the table pretty early on in a cycle. The trick is to implement what you're learning. So deep within, down here on earth, you're telling yourself, I need to be a good team player. I need to collaborate with others. I need to actually learn and implement. Some of you are thinking about school. Some of you are thinking about being a better team player at work. Some of you are trying to learn and grow with a person as well. It could be this King of Cups. In your environment, we've got an energy that I think this person is looking towards the future in some way. This person might be a little distracted. Um, because this is a person around you in your environment. This could be your response to the environment or the environment itself. So I notice in all of these three cards, we can't see this person's face. Their back appears to be turned to us. They are upset about something, a little disappointed with the way a situation has turned out. This happens. Five of Cups is where, like, we cry over spilled milk. We have Five of Cups moments all the time. It's not the Ten of Swords. It's not the Five of Swords. It's not heartbreak. It's like something bums this person out. And they look a little mopey. This Queen of Cups looks a little mopey. Queen of Cups is always tired. She's tired. She's like a mom. She's usually pregnant in the tarot, and she's like, here's the cup. Just take the cup. I am providing this compassionate, caring, emotionally stable environment for you people. Just take the cup. So whoever this person is, it could be a water sign. I've got the King and the Queen of Cups on the table here, but I also have a High Priestess and a Queen of Wands. So sometimes I've got two different queens here. So there could be some kind of a triangulation happening, but I think you're good with it, Libra. And a triangulation doesn't have to be a romantic or sexual love triangle. It can be more than one person involved in a situation with some different types of personalities. I think you're going to be calm and passive, and you're going to shine like a star, and you're going to try and be a good team player. This person seems to be distracted. They are planning for the future. This person could be at a distance from you as well. Sometimes a Three of Wands is a holiday romance. Not always, though. This could be about overseas opportunities. This could be a person far away. This person does want to progress and they want expansion. They have foresight. They're gazing off into the distance, thinking about the future. They're sort of waiting for something to come to them. They could be watching from afar, but they seem to have their back turned at this moment. I do think that they're just very distracted right now, but they are facing forward, not backwards, which is a good thing. And this could be you looking off to the distant horizon, also being a little disappointed and regretful about some failures and disappointments that you've had. And it might be hard for you to look forward because you keep crying over spilled milk, realizing there's still two cups left standing in my life. You're just going to try and stay in flow emotionally, but this is a person around you. This person seems to have a lot of love in their heart. And they intuitively believe that they are creating a caring and compassionate environment, but they seem to be disappointed by something. Three cups have spilled for this person, and they're a little focused on the negative and not the positive. Eventually, we do turn around and say, okay, there are two glasses left here. I think this person's just a little mopey, and I think that they're passing that you're on their mind, judgment. This person is at a real crossroads. They have a big choice to make. They appear to be somewhat paused and sort of evaluating things that they're a little regretful for, things that they feel disappointment with. They're pessimistic. They have love, but they're mopey. And when judgment comes, it's a crossroads and it's an absolute end making way for a new beginning. And we do pass judgment, but we can't ignore it. It's an absolution. We know the truth. We hear the inner calling. We hear, look at him. He's like, what do you want? He looks pretty, what do you want? Past my judgment. I think this person's judging themselves pretty harshly in this situation. They may be judgmental of you as well. They're just in a place where they know that in order to move forward to complete a cycle and gain accomplishment and integration and that sense of belonging and the moment of the world, which is this is the second to the last step in the major arcana. The last step is the world. This person's very close to ascension, but they have a huge choice to make. They do want a rebirth. I'm seeing rebirth and renewal here. But this person's in sort of, they're experiencing this in a different way. You're just feeling positive and healed. This person's like, oh, this is a huge choice for me. I have to be able to let the past die and move forward to know where to go next. I think they're just paused, trying to think of the future. This is future planning. So I would let this person just sort of work their stuff out. They have a lot of feelings here, but they might not express a lot of it. And they're in a moment of judgment. Try not to judge them too harshly. You could collaborate with them and maybe be a healer and a counselor to them and shine some of this beautiful star light, because this is Aquarius and Pisces here, being the hope for humanity. This person's a little bit more like, oh my God, spirit has passed judgment on us and it's doomsday kind of here. And you're like, no, 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 there will be a rebirth after this viral pandemic. Let's just pray. And this person's like, I don't know. I think it's judgment day. They're a little bit more mopey. I think you're going to need to take the lead. Okay. In your emotions, 10 of Wands and the Hermit. So I think you guys are a little withdrawn. The Hermit and the High Priestess, the esoteric brother and sister of the Zodiac. I'm seeing a pretty strong connection here between you and yourself or another person that looks good. I do think you're going to be kind of worried though, because something big will change and happen. The Hermit is, you're somewhat withdrawn. You're feeling the need to do some soul searching. I mean, you do feel like you have a mountain to climb. So I think to the outside world, you're going to come off as the Hermit. This is Virgo. You could have a Virgo on the brain, or that a Virgo is in your life. This is soul searching and being introspective. You need to be alone. You're going in for inner guidance, being so introspective, trying to learn lessons of wisdom on your own. Both the High Priestess and the Hermit are somewhat reclusive, but I do see that you're shining this light out. You might have a person around you that's withdrawn. They're carrying a heavy burden, but this is your feelings. I think that you might be hopeful that someone might come out of isolation and see this shining star between the two of you, but I think you're just going to be calm and introspective. Libra, I think you're carrying some pretty heavy burdens. And I think you're afraid of, like, oh my God, I have to do all this hard work. I have to complete some cycles. I have to let some stuff go. You're going to feel extra responsibility and burdened. If there's anyone that can help you with this, I mean, there could be this strong man in your life that's kind of carrying a burden, and they're kind of withdrawn from you. Maybe you can lighten their load, but this is you carrying this extra responsibility here and feeling like you kind of can't let something go until you get to the job site and you can just dump all your materials. But if you can get anyone to help you, and delegate and release, I think you guys are carrying heavy burdens the end of April, and the way you're coping with it is to sort of go into some isolation, but you seem to be handling it okay, because the Hermit in the upright isn't depressed and he's not in denial. Um, but I think it's sort of your response to these heavy burdens. Final outcome, the Tower, the Five of Pentacles. So don't freak out. The Five of Pentacles can mean that you have moments where you're worried, and I think you guys are going to be worried. Some of you, I see her looking at this tower like, oh my God, it's the end of the world and I'm going to lose my job and it's the end of the world. It's a lacking mindset when the Five of Pentacles comes. There is help right here, but she just doesn't see it because she's afraid. And when the Five of Pentacles comes, we feel financial loss. We feel some poverty sometimes, but it's a mindset of lack. We're lacking. We're not really getting completely what we need. We do feel a little isolated and we do feel worry. I think you guys are worried about something major blowing up. I think at the end of April, some big shifts are going to happen in your life. I see like something needs to really change or will change at the end of April. The Tower is a sudden awakening or something suddenly happening it does not have to be a bad thing. The tower is not something to be feared. The tower and judgment are about big changes where it's judgment day. We're at a crossroads. Boom. It's time to tear it all down, Libra, and rebuild. Are you a little worried? Yes. Are you a little afraid? Yes. Are you even worried about some financial hardships? I can see that you are, but it's just a lacking mindset. You do have resources. This isn't the Ten of Swords. Fives are about conflict and loss, which always bring change. So I think there will be some big changes at the end of April, moving into May. This could even just be a shift in your perception. And when you have a big shift happen in your life of any kind, it does make you feel like you've gone through some loss. There might be some inner conflict. You might suddenly feel like you don't have enough. You don't have to be worried or afraid. If you're listening to your intuition and you have people around you that care about you and support you, I see what's driving you as the Nine of Pentacles. So it looks like you're setting your sights pretty high. And the Star and the Queen of Wands put themselves out there. The High Priestess and the Hermit sort of withdraw. So I'm seeing some counterintuitive energies for you, Libra, that might be the reason why a big sudden shift and change might make you feel a little scared or a little worried. Um, just let this little Page of Wands be your guide. And remember, if you take action, and if you climb that mountain and you're not afraid and you're not lazy about it, when you get to the top, you're going to see things from a different perspective. And it's really going to help you get out of your head. And it might not be as bad as you think it is. Okay, Libra, so that's your reading for the end of April. This went well. All uprights. I think you guys are on a good path. No, life is never perfect. If it was meant to be perfect, it would be. I think you guys are I'm seeing two mountains here, but when you get to the top, I think things will change. Don't be afraid. Don't be worried. Just let this King of Cups and Queen of Wands within you guide you. You have a lot of strong energies here and you're motivated by all the right things. So I think it's going to be great moving into May. Next week, I'll do your May forecast and we'll see what comes out. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.